Hello, y'all. We back this week, and guess who we got? So welcome back to the Wine Up, guys. I am so super excited today because we have, not only do we have Detroit in the building, what up though, but we also have Graham fam in the building where everybody is somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm super excited to have my brother, Randy Huggins, who you guys know as the showrunner, the writer, the executive producer of BMF STARZ here on the Wine Up. And we about to kick it real cool. As this is the Wine Up, I don't have wine today. I do have my water, so I'm trying to hydrate and stay hydrated. I'm gonna pass the ball over to Rocki and see what she's drinking on.
What up, though? I'm representing for you today, boo. I'm representing for both of you. I'm a wine up in a cork for both of us. I actually have some wine that is made here in the D from the Detroit Vineyards in honor of our guest today, Mr. Randy Huggins. So what up, dog?
What up, though? How you feel?
I'm great.
And Randy, we would be remiss if we didn't ask you what you are drinking on, which is, I think, important.
I actually have a beer. You know what I mean? But I was trying to be nice. I didn't, and I don't have an opener, and it's one of those, But I do have a beer.
Okay.
So you got imported. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got imported.
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get this beer open.
Get your beer, boo. I love it. While he's getting his beer, I am just going to tell y'all how far we go back. So of course, Randy and I go back to Grambling State University, again, where everybody is somebody. And it really is a wonderful thing to see your friends flourish. So first things first, Randy, congratulations on all of your success. I am so proud, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm so proud of all the things that you have accomplished and have also yet to accomplish. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much for saying that. And let me just be a little bit more specific with my relationship with Porsha. Of course, we went to Grambling State University. And when I was there, me and my buddy Slick were throwing parties. They were called Soul Nights. So we were bringing Detroit down to Grambling. And those people hadn't seen that, dressing up. And we threw one that was so big, people were trying to crowd the door. And that's when I found out that you can actually have female bodyguards, because Porsha ain't getting in. I ain't letting none of them in. And Porsha was just there as my girl, but that's when she became my family. And I was like, I love you, Porsha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, give it up, Porsha. Our relationship has always been fire. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so glad to be being, in this conversation with you and Rocki.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad to meet you, Randy. Glad to meet you.
And I remember, and I want to get to it real quick, but I remember interviewing you years ago for Power. And whatever happened with that happened, but full circle, you got your own show on the same network. And it's just a wonderful thing to see. But so let's really get into it, because I know we don't have enough time. So my first question regarding episode 108, it airs tonight, y'all. If y'all ain't already seen it, because people, I don't have the plug, so I don't know how to get the leaked episode.
Don't watch that anyway. Don't watch that anyway.
Okay. But anyway, my first question is in regards to Grambling State University, right? So HBCU education, how did that prepare you for this moment right here for the finale, episode 108, season 1, BMF?
Okay, I'm gonna go straight at the question. So I went to Grambling, and first of all, the support that the staff really, gives you there really helped me, because I went to Tennessee State my freshman year, got in trouble, went back home to Detroit, got in trouble. And then when I went to Grambling, I stopped getting in trouble. But more specifically, how it relates to this particular show and my career is I needed to take a elective to graduate. And I took a theater class. And I didn't even know what drama was. But anyway, I get in the class. I didn't know what a scene was. So the teacher said, just act out something out of your life. And I'm doing it. And it's a girl in there who's like, you lying. Her name was Erica Wright. right? She like, you lying, ain't nobody like that dramatic. And I'm like, yes, it happened. She's like, well, you need to put that in a book or something, because I ain't never heard. So she graduated, and then 2 years later, I graduated. You know what I mean? And I was teaching in Detroit, a 3rd and 5th grade teacher. And then what ended up happening, I went to Chicago. And when I went to Chicago, my buddy Rodney was like, yo, you heard Erica's new album. And Erica Wright was Erykah Badu. And that was the first person that encouraged me to start writing. So when I went back to Detroit, that's when I put all my effort into moving to California. And I moved there this summer. 21 years later, here we go, talking about my show representing our hometown, Detroit, Michigan.
Listen, that is super dope. That is super dope. Erykah Badu, shout out to Erykah Badu. I don't know if y'all still run into each other. I know you probably in the same circles, but shout out to her, grand fam. Okay.
Porsha, you want me to give you one more?
Yes.
I was trying to cast Erykah to be the mother.
Ooh,
oh,
that would have been fire.
That would have
been
fire. Our timing didn't work out, and we found the perfect mother who was supposed to be the mother.
Yeah, she looks like her too.
Yeah, 100%. But I really wanted it because people don't know how talented Erykah is, you know, from an acting standpoint. You know what I mean? So I really wanted to get her on screen.
Yeah.
And that really would have been full circle, because the person who inspired me to do this, now I've hired her to play this role.
Listen, that just gave me chills, Randy.
Wait a minute, season 2 though. Season 2. What about season 2?
We got to put her in there somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's probably a better deal, because she's still touring and she's still, you know what I mean? I don't know if she's ready to make that commitment to that. Because you know, we when we get out, we going hard. We go hard.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
I definitely would like to put her in something.
Heck yeah.
Rocki.
Ooh, I got a chill up the back of my neck thinking about Badu in that season 2. We gonna manifest that.
Or season 3 or season 10.
We gonna manifest that.
Like, we gonna
that thing. Right. Or even some of her music, because I love how you put the music in there with the You Can't Stop the Rain and that Teddy Pendergrass, that Teddy P last episode, Randy. I was like, come on with it. But I want to ask, so indicated in the intro, some of the shit is true, right? So I want to ask, how did you decide what to include as far as the insight on the Flannery family? I love how it's not just about Meech and Southwest Tea slanging. I love how the family is incorporated, the mama story, the dad, the mom, the sister. How did you decide what to incorporate into the show?
Well, first of all, shout out to Big Meech. You know what I mean? 50 turned me on to Big Meech. We used to talk every day. We still talk probably once a week. But we talked every day. I used to go see him in prison 3 or 4 times. So I heard all the stories. You know what I mean? And then when Terry got out, I heard all the stories. And then when he turned me on to Nicole, his sister, and Roland, his best friend, I heard even more of the stories. So then you had like a plethora of information. But then again, what makes this interesting, and the reason why I put that disclaimer on there, is that this isn't a documentary. So in a documentary, you know, your responsibility is to be factual. You know what I mean? This is a drama loosely based off of, because my responsibility is not necessarily to be factual, but to be entertaining. I have to make you laugh. I have to make you, you know, cry. I have to make you jump out of your seat. So sometimes I have to take a left or take a right to make it more entertaining. But everything that we're doing is coming from a source, a story that I heard, a character that I heard. So I'm not making this up out of the blue, but I am taking dramatic license where I need to tell the best story and entertain people as much as I can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And it begs the question of, because you get it all the time. You see the Google searches, like how much of it is true, which characters are true. And so you've done an impeccable job with that.
Thank you. I'm definitely over 50%. One of my favorite shows is Narcos Mexico.
Okay.
So I remember watching that. And then when this came about, like saying, you know, good artists borrow, great artists steal. How can I still spin it and put my twist on it? You know what I mean? So, you know, I saw a lot of that. And then I was like, well, how do we do this Detroit style? How do we do this 1980 style? And you know, this was my version of that. coupled with The Wire, coupled with The Shield, coupled with everything I have experienced. And that's why I really try to include so much Detroit stuff, because for me, honest to God, this is a love story to Detroit. Season one. Now, we know these brothers moved around, but season one, I really wanted our city, which is really misrepresented in Hollywood. You know what I mean? When you hear about gangs and gangster stuff and drugs and cops and robbers, that's usually New York or LA. That's where they set the TV shows at. When you want to hear something about law, it's usually DC. So I wanted Detroit to come on the map and put our spin on it, because our city really does have its own culture. You know what I mean? We dress different than other people. You know, we talk different. We don't say sneakers. We don't say tennis shoes. We say
gym shoes.
Gym shoes. We don't
I'm
say
from Cali, y'all.
Gym shoes.
We don't say, hey, we don't say hot dogs. We say
Coney dogs.
Coney's,
Coney's. We don't say soda. We say pop.
Pop. Yeah. So I really wanted to put
or
that
cold drink.
No, we don't say no cold drink.
We say that in Grambling.
We say pop.
Yeah.
Right.
You got all of that in there. Yep, the Better Maids, all of that. I love the Verners. Yep, Fago.
But the biggest thing I think, culture-wise, that we gave to the world that I really wanted to represent was musically. Because when people think about music in Detroit, they always go Motown, Eminem. And I'm like, no, brother, listen, man. EDM is one of the biggest music forms today, but it is derivative of techno music, which was created by the Belleville Three in 1981. I'm talking Juan Atkins, Derek May, and Kevin Saunderson. So it was imperative that I put that in there, so people who did not know, could know. And people who remember would go when they hear Clear, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I had to put that in there.
Yeah. I love all the details that you put into this film. And I think we talked about one of them during the high school college fair. You put Grambling State University front and center. And a lot of people may not have caught that, but it's not just that detail, it's the level of detail that you go to make sure that this show is very authentic, right? I've seen blue license plates. Like, we ain't had blue license plates in Michigan for, so I'm looking at the show with a different lens, and I'm just noticing the very minute details. How did you make sure that you represented that?
Oh, I mean, listen, I wanted to shoot the entire series in Detroit, but the problem is Michigan lost their tax incentive. So we could not shoot the entire show in Detroit. So I wanted to shoot as much as I could in Detroit. And the parts in which I couldn't shoot there, I wanted to make you feel like you were in Detroit, which is why when the little girl's dancing, you have the scene on the TV, which is why I have to come on, man. Come on now.
Don't stop now. You can't stop now.
What? We're going to turn this down from Motown to Geek Sound.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, like, it's me. And I'm doing this. And it's also Terry and Meech. And it's their story. Yeah. So it's only right that is in there. You know what I mean? And I'm just so happy that the world, specifically the Flannerys and Detroit, are receptive to this, because if the world loved it and the Flannerys and Detroit hated it, I would feel like a fake. But since the Flannerys and the Detroit loves it and the world loves it, I'm like, let's get it.
Right.
And you can check all those boxes. Check, and check. I mean, it's authentically Detroit. And I find myself having to explain some of the smaller things, even from the very first episode, Randy, when the party thing, I think the block party was jitting. Like, I was in my bed and jit.
And they still jitting.
And I don't think anyone could have told the story better or as well as you have told this story.
Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
You want me to give you and your viewers something? No, I can't. That's too much.
Come on. Give it to us. Don't do that. Come on now.
Give it to us.
Come on, be free now.
I'm just going to say episode 108, LJ.
LJ Reynolds? LJ Reynolds?
Come on, yeah, come on, man. What's the song?
I have the key to the world.
Come on, man.
Give
Come
you
on,
more.
man. If you
Hey,
couldn't drink, we
get it.
ballrooming. I got LJ Reynolds.
love it. Come on with it, baby.
Man. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
And I got the beginning when he said, "Hello, my name is LJ Reynolds." Da, 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 da. Come on, man.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on now. Come on now.
Culture. This is culture.
Okay, so one last question. I gotta ask this. We were talking about the Flannerys.
Yeah.
Word on the street is that Meech and Southwest T, they are still at odds with each other. What are your thoughts on that, on the brothers? Because I see how you highlight that on the show, that they be having beef at times. It'd be a lot of times where they are come together, but a lot of times they be bumping heads too. So talk about that, because in real life, they don't get along to this day, unfortunately. So talk about how you highlighted that.
Well, I think I'm an only child, but I grew up with a lot of cousins. So there's always a sibling rivalry, always. You know what I mean? From the beginning to the end, it's always, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's harmonious and sometimes it's not. But the interesting thing that the position that I've been put in is I'm telling the story about both of these gentlemen. So I have the unique opportunity to talk to them both. And I'm not trying to exaggerate anything. I'm just trying to tell a truthful story, and a story that touches people about family, because it's a universal story. We all have, if you don't have brothers and sisters, you had cousins that you couldn't stand, but let something break out. Let somebody else.
We family. We all, everybody.
Okay.
Let somebody else.
If one go, we all going.
You already know. And no matter if we beefing or not.
No matter if we beefing or not.
You already know. So, and it's really dope, though. It really is dope. And, right now we're in the infant stages of, their relationship. I think it may be a little more complicated as we go further down the line. Okay. Because, and if I really had my druthers, and both of them would be out, and they can sit with me and tell me specifically. And then who knows? I'm not saying this is what I'm trying to do, but it would be dope if this show was able to kind of mend fences between them, and if they were able to repair whatever damage has been done in their relationship. But that's not my goal. My goal is to tell their story and make it as entertaining as possible, and to rep Detroit. And then we're going to be repping Atlanta and St. Louis and Texas and Los Angeles and New York, because those were all the places these brothers sprinkled themselves in.
We ready. Before you get out of here, episode 108, King of Detroit. What can we expect?
I'm going to tell you flat out. You want to know the truth?
We do.
Okay. I think you can expect to laugh your ass off.
Okay.
I think you can expect to be sad. And I think you can really expect to jump out your doggone seat. That's what I'm telling you. You can expect. You can expect to laugh, be sad, and jump out your seat. And I guarantee you, it's going to be more memes on this episode than there was on all of the episodes together. So there we go.
Lamar. Oh, I can't wait to see what Lamar do. Ooh.
Yeah, he's a character favorite despite his evil ways.
We almost didn't have him. We almost didn't have Eric Kofi Abriva. And what's really interesting is that people don't realize, and this is why, I'm just so thrilled about this show, is that we shot this show. We're still in a pandemic, but we shot this show pre-vaccination. You know what I mean? So I'm talking like Q-tips up your nose 4 times a week. You can't go out. You have to go to work and go home. You can't go to a restaurant. You can't do anything. So we shot during that. And then I'm not sure if you ladies remember, but they had cut the border off. Eric Kofi Abriva is from Britain, so he couldn't get into the country. And the network was asking me, should we recast? Because we were pushing into our production day. And I fought, and I'm so glad Tasha and I waited on this young man, because he has kicked this thing out, out the arena.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
He is brilliant.
He really is.
100%.
He really is. Randy, I can't wait to see tonight's episode. I'm just beaming with pride because you really put your foot in this thing. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
oh, absolutely. And we can't wait to see season 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you give us some insight on whether or not season 2 is coming? I'm sorry, when season 2 is coming.
Yeah, season 2 definitely coming. We
Yes.
coming in 2022 at some point. But I can tell you this. If you like, what I like about our show is episode 1 was good, but 2 was like, whoa. And then 3 was like, oh my God. And then 4, each episode got better.
Yes, got better.
So I am telling you, this season 2 is exponentially better than season 1. And there's one word I'm using to describe it, and that's elevate. 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 You know what I mean? So it'll be in 2022, and it'll be an elevation. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I can't wait. And,
yeah, so are we. And we're really excited for tonight's episode too, Randy. You directed it. I'm sorry, you wrote it and Tasha directed it. Tasha Smith directed it.
Killed it.
What was your favorite thing about this episode? Even though it was the rap episode, what was your favorite thing?
Easy. Shooting in Detroit, one of the most iconic places in the city. I mean, we shot all over. We shot at Belle Isle. We shot on a block. But one of the major scenes happens in Hart Plaza with the Renaissance as your backdrop, with Canada as your backdrop. Like, that is Detroit. Don't be showing me all these abandoned homes and all of that.
Right. Exactly.
On, we have a beautiful city. You know what I mean? So being able to highlight those beautiful focus points of our city and having this one scene is so powerful. Yeah. It's so powerful. And the way Tasha shot it, it gives me chills just thinking about it. You know what I mean? And Monique says their familiar phrase as something happens, and it gives you chills.
I love it. We got time for one more. Can I just slip one more?
Go ahead, try it.
Well, which character do you identify with the most, Randy, and why?
I mean, quite honestly, I would really say all of them, but all of them. But I would say Kato. You know what I mean?
Oh, she getting on my nerves.
You know, her ass getting on my nerves. I'm ready for her to die.
You know
I'm not ready for her to, and she doesn't die. So I've been doing my research, and the real Kato, I saw her online. She didn't die. She's still alive, ain't she?
But she making me mad.
I don't know about that one, but I can tell you, I love her because she is a survivalist, and she is willing to do whatever she has to survive. You know what I mean? And I think that is what life is about. Sometimes you have to play both sides of the street. You have to play over here with your people, but you have to also be able to go over here and play with this group of people as well. And it don't always work smoothly. You know what I mean? So to watch this woman and this actress, Asiana Alexis, bring such depth to this character, it's unbelievable. And she is so talented. And that's probably the character which I identify with, especially having to deal with Meech and Terry. Come on, man. You got both sides of the street. You know what I mean? So that's who I identify with. Those brothers are fantastic. And so are you ladies. I'm so happy to get a chance to talk to you today.
Episode 108 tonight, King of Detroit, written by Randy Huggins, directed by Tasha Smith. Randy, we appreciate you so much for stopping by, rolling out the wine up. We forgot to toast to episode 108. So here you go. Toast to episode
108. Let's get it.
108. Let's get it.
King of Detroit for sure.
Yes. And before you get out of here, I just got to clear this up because you said your memory of me was that I was at the door. I was on the door. We were collecting your money. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know that.
My bad. Porsha,
we always collected your money.
Porsha was handling the money, no doubt. Yes, you, baby.
I'm just saying. Okay, y'all. Take care, Randy. We'll see you soon. And everybody, tune in for episode 108 BMF. Y'all know how it's going down. We appreciate you, Randy.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So y'all, that interview was so amazing. And thank you to Randy. And I want to say before we play this trailer, because he did clarify at the end, but I just want to let the record be known that I was on the door collecting money. And what I said was that nobody was getting in for free because it was so packed. And so I was like, ain't nobody getting in for free. Like, we got this on lock over here. So
the price went up. The price went up.
Yesterday's price is not. Okay, today's
price.
price. So anyway, so yeah, great memories, great memories. But let's go ahead and play this trailer for tonight's episode. Cannot wait, y'all. Cannot wait.
How you doing?
Brian, I don't want you driving like this. Now you go lay on that couch, you hear me?
All right, that's all I'll do. Sorry for being here. His girlfriend just broke up with him.
That's why you turned my house into a den of iniquity?
I was just passing through.
I notice your guards aren't in front of the house anymore.
Y'all don't have nothing else to worry about.
What have you done, Demetrius?
Protected our family. Mama, this ain't your fault.
That don't make me feel no better. I don't know who the hell you are anymore.
I'm still your firstborn. Your promise.
Yes, you are. But you broke that seal a long time ago.
Damn,
mother,
mama.
I feel her pain. As a mother, you be ooh.
Damn, mama. Damn, mama.
Ain't nothing like when your mama disappointed in you.
Damn, mama. That hurt.
Right.
Shout out to the mother actress. What's her name? I want to get it right. But she plays the hell out of that mama, okay? And you feel her disappointment. Like you are
her face.
You're wrapped up in the emotion of it. And she delivered those lines so impeccably well.
Nicole Brianna White. Shout out to her. Nicole, like Nicole, but it's Nicole Brianna White is the actress who plays Lucille Flannery. Yeah. Ooh, that look on her face.
Listen, that's a mama look. Like that's the look that you be like, mama.
She ain't gotta whoop you. Mama ain't even gotta whoop you when she look like that. When you would rather get your ass whooped than have your mama look at you like that.
Yeah. Ooh. So moving on, Randy, again, great job. Can't wait for season 2 and 3 and 5 and 10.
Yep.
I might have to cast me on there as a what did Chandelier say? A supporting character.
Mm-hmm. Somebody collecting the money.
Somebody, but I'm on a recurring role. Put me in recurring. Like I forgot to tell him that the episode he's in. I think he might be in episode 108.
Yeah, he's the postman. I saw that. He was the mailman.
Yeah. So y'all need to go ahead and cast me. Okay. I'm just saying.
You could be Monique's cousin or sister. You and Cash Doll look like y'all could be related. I'm just saying. You and Monique, you could be her cousin.
Monique. I'm just saying. Let me stop. Cash Doll. Shout out to Cash Doll. She is doing an amazing job. We believe her. Her character is very believable.
Yeah. Ooh,
and
child.
With her. We identify with her.
Right?
Ooh,
that scene in the bathroom. Me and Lamar would have been tussling. You hear me? We would have been tussling.
I don't know if you wanted to tussle with that one. That's one.
Bro,
scary.
When he bopped her in the mouth, I said, "This."
No.
Yeah, he crazy for sure. But I was so mad when he bopped her in the face. I was like, he ain't shit.
I ain't never
Come
been
on now.
scared. Like I've never been scared or fearful of anything, but that one right there, I would have
Crazy.
been like, you know what, going on. Just
Ooh, I don't know. I would have had to contain the east side in me. I don't know.
right.
Ooh,
Oh no, go.
crazy. Oh, you on mute, boo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, so anyway. And speaking of that domestic violence situation, let's go ahead and move forward into real talk. Why? Real talk. Real talk. Why did the football player drag the mother of his child around like a rag doll? Did you guys see that?
Threw her into that TV like it just like she was a gnat. I can't unsee it. I shouldn't have. That's the video I shouldn't have watched. I shouldn't have watched it.
We're not going to replay the video. It's surfacing.
No, we're not.
It's on the internet. So if you want to see something that disturbing, then go right ahead. But why?
Zach Stacy.
Why did you do that? Like it was so terrible. Like
Zach Stacy.
I know your mother has got to be very disappointed.
Right.
The man that you have become. Like, I don't know what that turning point was, if it was money, if it was drugs or whatever it was. But as a mother of African-American boys, I would be so hurt.
Appalled.
My baby.
I'm wondering sometimes some of these football players though, this is not the first domestic violence incident, of course, of a football player. So I'm wondering if something happens in their brains from all of that tussling and get hit,
and all that.
If something, because they say they can't diagnose CTE until they're dead. They have to observe the brain when they're dead. But I'm wondering if he's suffering from some type of condition that was exacerbated by playing football. It kind of makes me wonder if it's a correlation between these football players and domestic violence.
That is definitely plausible. It's still so very unfortunate that you feel the need to exert that power.
Right. And she was saying, please.
So fragile.
She was begging him. And the baby was sitting there in the little bouncy chair in the exerciser thing, watching.
We heard him start crying. We saw the cat scat. The cat was like, let me get my ass up out of here. Like, it's just wrong, though, and I'm happy that they arrested him. So he is behind bars.
Yeah, he was arrested. Speaking of trash. Are we gonna move on to the next trash?
Speaking of
trash ass guys.
Arrested, not being in custody, not being in prison. Speaking of being acquitted on all damn charges.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even have the words to say how disgusted. Like, even when I say that, like, I still get chills from that. Like, it's just so, I have no words for it. Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted on all charges, y'all. Y'all saw it. Everybody know. The whole world's talking about it. 17-year-old walking around with an assault rifle in the streets, killed. How many people? How many people did it kill? I can't even recall. I don't know. Some white people too.
I done got to the point now where I'm so traumatized, I block out certain details about some of these cases because it's just becomes to be the same story. It's the same bullshit. And y'all better not acquit those assholes who killed Ahmaud Arbery. I know that much. The defense is scheduled to rest tomorrow on Monday. And I swear to God, y'all better not acquit them. There's no way, because the one of the defendants, the son, testified that no, Ahmaud Arbery was not a threat to him. He pretty much gave a damning testimony saying that he was not a threat to him, yet you still shot him in cold blood. So it's just like, it's like these names, these stories numbing. Just continue to
very numbing. Yeah,
it is. It is.
And I just have no doggone words for it.
And I'm disappointed in Joe Biden for saying that he agrees or not agrees with it. He's going along with it, or what is the wording? He said he's
I didn't see his response.
He pretty much is like, oh, okay, it's okay. Pretty much. Biden,
speaking of Biden, so he put Kamala Harris in full power this weekend because he's scheduled to have a colonoscopy, and Vice President Kamala Harris is at the helm. So President Biden hands over the control to her as he prepares for colonoscopy. So, all right, once again, Black women running things, but I understand where you was coming from, Rocki, in terms of his response. I didn't hear his response, and I don't know if I want to hear it right now.
He said, while the verdict in Kenosha will leave many Americans feeling angry and concerned, myself included, we must acknowledge that the jury has spoken. I ran on a promise to bring Americans together, but I believe that what unites us is far greater than what divides us.
He could have kept that. Like, he could have kept that.
Biden,
Like, why? Where was his team? Where was his team? Like,
now
he could have kept that.
we have to respect the system. Now you sounded like Trump. I'm gonna be honest. You sounded like Trump, Biden. That sounds like a Trump statement, Biden, but
He could have kept that.
it is
Anyway,
what it is.
Speaking of
Yeah,
where
no problem.
people's teams are, speaking of where are people's teams, where is your manager? Where is your PR rep? Where is
Auntie,
where's your family? Where is
somebody.
so unless y'all been sleeping under a rock, Versus happened on Thursday, November 18th. It was sponsored by Hallmark Mahogany. Shout out to VP of the Mahogany brand, Alexis Carr. Love me some Alexis Carr. Nonetheless, she arranged for me to be in LA. I'm still in LA right now, but she arranged for me to be in LA live at the Versus. It was my first Versus event. I was super excited. I was rooting for Stephanie Mills because I just don't know enough about Shaka Khan's music. Of course, you know, the classics. Whoa, whoa, oh, because Erykah Badu redid that.
I mean, they equally are iconic.
Yes, I think so.
And I was really, that was one of those, just like Brandy and Monica. I wasn't really rooting for either one. I just was loving that they were up there. But I have to say, Auntie Shaka, first of all, everybody need a friend like Stephanie because she held her up. She held her down. She held her up. She held her down, baby. She was very gracious.
She sang her song. She hugged her. She helped her to a seat.
I mean, Shaka was struggling. I don't want to disrespect her. She's an icon, and she's somebody, she done already cemented her legacy, right? But it's sad to see.
Exactly.
It was a struggle. It was a struggle to watch that.
But see, okay, so I didn't see it from the TV perspective, right? Or the internet perspective. I wasn't on Triller, I wasn't on Instagram, so I didn't see all the comments until the next day. And I still kind of shut it off because you know how you develop this opinion of someone and you don't want nobody or nothing to mess it up. So you just I'm okay, I don't want to know. Yeah. But we didn't get all that in the actual theater, Rocki. Like, she sounded good in the theater. And I did watch a couple of clips afterwards where she sounded like, you know, when Stephanie came up to help her, she sounded like she needed a little bit of help, but she didn't sound that off. So
okay, I'm glad that theater is the bomb with the acoustics because she sounded terrible on TV. She was screeching. She sounded like a cat that was caught in a mousetrap. It was bad.
Well,
it was bad.
Yeah.
And the stumbling.
She was stumbling, but I didn't. Okay, I don't have an excuse for it.
I don't know, something ain't right.
Iconic women. I just knew more of Stephanie Mills songs because my mom was into Stephanie Mills, and so that was the music that we had in the house. My mom was into Stephanie Mills and Luther. Right, so I could sing I could sing the hell out of a Luther song, okay. And I could sing the hell out of a Stephanie Mills song, and that's what I was doing last night. Okay, I mean not last night.
I loved it. It was enjoyable, man. Nostalgia, but
it was definitely enjoyable. And shout out to both of those queens. And like you said, Stephanie definitely held up Shaka, and I don't know what else to say about Shaka. Like I said, from my vantage point, Shaka sounded good in the actual theater. So,
well, also, which we were talking earlier, I don't know if it's a medical condition, I'm
that's
praying for Auntie
what,
Shaka.
yeah.
And by the way, shout out to my fellow Aries. Both Stephanie Mills and Shaka are Aries.
I
So
love it.
I was here for it. Yes.
Yeah, and so that was my theory on
But
it.
I don't know,
like-
is Shaka sick? Is something
So
happening?
that was my theory on it. I don't know if she has a medical condition because even when they walked out, like they kind of shocked us because we were in the theater waiting on them to start, and the DJs were doing their battle thing, and then they played "I'm Every Woman," and was it "I'm Every Woman"? What did they walk out to?
I'm not sure because I had clicked off for a minute. I know they ended when I'm Every Woman.
Okay, so they ended
that.
so they walked out on a song that they both were singing. I can't recall the name of the song right now, but we kind of all paused and looked at the stage. It was like, oh, the queens have arrived.
Right.
And Stephanie was kind of holding her up then, and I'm like, well,
what's happening?
Is it a medical condition? Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Gotcha.
So, where her team at? Like, y'all need to speak out, speak up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody else. Like, even with her daughter, I was just like,
good. I mean, even though I didn't like that bustier she had on, but I thought she sounded good.
You be wanting me to talk about people, and I don't talk about people.
Okay, let's move on to the next Aries, Tammy Roman. While we on Aries, let's chat about Tammy Roman.
Okay, so what's going on with Tammy and her husband and them wanting a baby, and she can have a baby by another woman, but we don't know how. That's
right. We don't know if she's giving him a hall pass to have sex with another woman. So backstory: she was on The Real and with Garcelle Bouvet and Adrienne Ballon, I believe, and pretty much told them that because her career is taking off. By the way, she's going to be on The Real World Homecoming coming up. She's booming. Anyone who knows, Tammy Roman is booming in her acting career. And she said because of that, and because we know she has 2 older children, and I think she has some health issues, she's giving her husband a hall pass to go have a baby with someone else so his legacy can continue.
Listen.
Now we don't know. I don't, everyone is asking, like, why doesn't she get a surrogate? You know, they can do it that way, but we don't know exactly how the baby's going to be conceived. But it's just the general understanding is it's okay for him to have a baby with someone else. And people make sacrifices. You know, I don't know.
To each his own. I don't judge people. I don't, I don't, even in my own relationships, like you cannot control anyone. I don't even try to control anyone. So that is probably their version of unconditional love. Like either they're gonna stay together or they're not, but that's probably what works for them. And I can't judge it and I can't look down on it. And they live in their life. Like we over here talking about it. Go ahead and let them live their life. It's fine. Like if she wants him to have a baby because he doesn't have any, and I think he's significantly younger than her. Maybe I shouldn't say significant.
I mean, it's real. That's true.
But he doesn't have any children, and so she wants to make sure that he has that. And she like, but I'm not the one to do it for you.
Right, and that's what she said. She was like, I'm not doing it. she's look. This is the thing. Now we have to understand. People conduct their relationships in the way that is fit for them, not for what fits into our life. And we know also when we're talking about celebrities, that's a whole different realm, baby. Then so it is what it is. I ain't mad at Tammy. I respect her for being honest with it. Be real with it.
Yeah.
Be real with it.
Be real with it. So whatever they're gonna do is whatever they're gonna do. It ain't none of our business.
Right. Just hopefully they don't have a situation similar to Danny Lee and the baby. Probably one not.
Why, y'all? Why, listen, I'm gonna talk as a sister because I just am. Like everything that the baby did was ugly.
Trash.
Like, it was so ugly. Like, and somebody told me you can't be ugly on the outside and then have somebody told me that. Like, I didn't say that.
Look, you knew he was trash. This is my thing to the ladies, though. We need to use contraceptives. You can get it in without getting stuck with a baby.
But here's the thing. That's what she was trying to do. He was upset with her because she ordered a plan B and had it sent to his house because apparently they had unprotected sex, which they do. But he actually proceeded with the act of attempting to get her pregnant, because when
Mhm.
you don't use contraceptives and you have unprotected sex and you know, things happen, you know, whatever, you could possibly get pregnant. And so she didn't want that. And so what she did was she ordered a plan B, sent it to his house, and he saw it. And then that's when he erupted. But it's sad. It's abuse. It's abusive.
So this was before they had the baby they got now?
No. This was for the fight that they just had.
Okay,
This
but
is
she
while
has a
they were
3-month-old
fighting.
by him, right? They have an infant together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
So he
right.
want her to get stuck with another baby.
Right.
And see, like Erica Mina said,
intentionally trying to
women,
get her
yeah,
pregnant.
that right there is just indicative. Again, ladies, you thinking you doing something having babies by these men when you are the one gonna be stuck with it. I promise you.
And
Like,
yeah,
don't do it.
I
Don't
really
do
feel
it.
bad for her. And I want her team to go wrap her with
I
love
don't
as
know if
well.
I feel bad.
Because, it's just unfortunate that you have people like, and where his mama at? It's
The
unfortunate
girl
that you have
by.
people that act like that, and act like they don't have no home training and no mama and sisters and aunties.
Right, no, exactly. He didn't care. He on the video calling her a B, just like Stevie J and Faith. He was straight
Just
calling her a
like
bitch.
Stevie J and
Just toxic relationships.
dead
This is
right.
why also women, we make these decisions. Now, I do feel compassion for her as a woman, but Danny Lee, you grown, you knew what you were doing, because also you were clowning his other baby mamas. Now, see, this is poetic justice in a way. I'm not,
Well,
both of them have accountability is what I'm saying.
even still,
And-
she didn't deserve to be talked to
Well,
like
she
that.
didn't deserve
the
that.
public humiliation. She
That's
didn't
what happens when you
deserve
deal with
the
trash
dragging through the
ass
mud.
men.
Yeah, and he ugly. He ugly.
I mean, you deal
know,
with
I didn't
someone
say
called
he-
the
he's
baby.
ugly. He ugly all the way around, inside and out. And his mom should be ashamed too. Mama,
Yeah.
auntie, grandma, sister, cousin, all of them.
Because
Like,
you
they should
still
call him.
recovering from
And
the
whoever the girl
LGBTQ.
was in the video, whoever she was trying to say, well, you know, he a good father. First off, why you not on my side?
Girl,
Second off,
because
why you ain't snatched that phone and hang up?
No.
Like, for real. You
But
on
that's what I'm
payroll?
saying.
Anyway,
We don't love each other.
I hate that.
That's the
I hated
problem.
that
And
for her.
he's still recovering from the LGBTQ incident where he made that ignorant comment about who was coming to see him at the concert and them having HIV. I mean, just the baby. He need people. He needs to mature too.
Ugly.
This is the
Don't
problem.
mess with little uglies, both inside and out. This little ugly. I couldn't help it. But more so, he acted ugly.
Yes,
Like, that's
trash.
terrible.
Trash.
Anyway,
He even got the men. He even got the. You know how usually like stuff like this happen, and it's like women and men are polarized. Nah, even men are saying he's trash. So you know you trash when the men are not even co-signing you. The baby.
Okay, so that was a perfect segue for Faith and
Right.
Stevie. I'm sending love and light to both of them for healing. Last week we talked about it. This week is the same message. I need both of y'all to heal.
Ooh. Oh, right,
Like-
exactly.
Like last
Yep.
week, we kind of thought maybe it may have been Faith because of what we've seen in her documentaries, but this week I'm thinking maybe,
Both of them.
yeah, it's probably
Stevie
both.
J got a taste of his own. Both of them. He got a taste of his own medicine. This is all this is. We know Stevie J has been
Speaking of
trash in
poetic
relationships.
justice, boo. Speaking of poetic justice, yeah. So there you go, Mimi. Who else did he have? Who else?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I mean, y'all was doing it like it was her B-day. So, you know.
Do it like it's your birthday, baby. Do it like.
Yeah, and this is what
Okay.
happens. Suck it.
Anyway,
Okay.
and then I think last but not least, we want to definitely send up prayers for Young Dolph and his family as he was murdered earlier last week. And it's a shame.
In his hometown of
In
Memphis.
my hometown. That's so wrong, though. Why, y'all? Just stop
Just
the killing,
jealous.
stop the killing. Like it's bad enough that we have to sit and contend with the Kyle Rittenhouses of the world getting off completely scot-free and completely getting acquitted. And he killed 4 people, and we saw him walking around with a assault rifle. We saw that. Like, that wasn't doctored. And y'all want to sit around and continue to kill each other. Y'all stop it.
Sickening. Sickening. Sickening.
Okay, y'all. Let's move on to Hot to Watch because we ain't got a lot of time. What's first on the docket? First, we got which one we got first?
Power.
Power Book 2.
Season 2 premiering right after BMF tonight.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. So let me let's go ahead and play that trailer so we can get into that. Let's go.
Ready.
Monet was wrong about you. We gotta do something about this. You wanna be on the run for the rest of your life?
Can you confirm his identity?
Jabari Reynolds. What happened to him?
I need a list of his students and advisees. That's where we focus this investigation.
Everything's fine. I got this under control. I'm not going down for this.
Your favorite collegiate client might be mixed up in another murder.
Cha-ching.
You sure no one would be looking in your direction for this?
Nobody.
Now you know what happens if you're lying, right?
I do. I could use some help from someone of your stature.
We got more product coming soon.
We all gotta play the hand that we dealt. We gotta deal with the consequences.
There's just certain boundaries you don't cross.
What if it was to protect yourself?
Don't talk to anyone.
I do whatever I need to do to make sure this family and this business don't fall.
She's going to work at home.
I'm a family.
I need to speak with you.
I'll do whatever I have to do. Call Tariq.
Supposed to be on your man shit, right? It's too late to be scared now.
Okay. So 50 makes an appearance as Kanan. He has to make an appearance.
Well, remember he was he was seeing him in visions in season 1. So maybe that's what it is. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot. So is the baby getting taken? And Method Man ain't shit. He ain't
Shout out to Red Man. Did you see Red Man?
Right, yeah, Red Man.
Tune in. So it's gonna premiere right after BMF. So directly after this show, and then directly after that is STARZ Power Book 2. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this other one. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Black and Missing.
Black and Missing.
Yes, very important topic.
Documentary, you guys. So let's take a look at that.
Very important topic.
This little girl had just gotten off the metro with her mom. We were passing out flyers. She just stopped. She was staring. I asked, do you know her? She looks up at me and she says, she looks just like me. Every time I look at this picture, it makes me emotional.
There's so many missing people of color in the U.S. African Americans remain missing 4 times longer than white Americans.
That number is alarming.
We hear from families all the time. The police is turning us away. The media wouldn't respond.
Looking for a missing daughter.
And it drove me and my sister-in-law, Natalie, to want to do something about it to help these other families. Because if not us, who?
It's our job to bring them home.
Thank you for calling Black and Missing Foundation.
The police was like, how you know she just ain't leave?
The detective kept saying she ran away. And I'm like, she didn't run away. It was like a punch in the face.
When a Black person is in distress, missing, it's not a big deal to law enforcement because they don't think we have much to lose.
This one always gets me just remembering when she was a little girl. You blame yourself because it's never enough.
My sister went missing in 2009. But all the major news stations, nobody would talk to me.
Gwen Ifill coined the term missing white woman syndrome.
If you don't meet those criteria, blonde hair, blue eyes, your stories are not newsworthy.
Here's my niece. She's missing. Her story is just as compelling.
We have nothing for our missing people except Black folks, spit, and grit.
That's why I'm on 10 right now.
And this is not one and done. We will be back.
We don't want families to ever give up on hope.
1 year, 5, 10, 20. We have seen miracles happen.
These men and women that are going missing look like my siblings or look like my parents and my grandparents. They matter. Our community matters.
Damn.
Girl.
Sobering.
Yeah. Yep.
Powerful. That is definitely a must watch, guys. You got to tune in for that. When is that coming on, Rocki?
Tuesday,
Okay.
November 23rd.
Let's all tune in.
As we head into Thanksgiving. People gonna be gathered around giving thanks, and some people's family members are missing.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And Black women especially are not searched for. There's no urgency. Find us.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue on with Hot to Watch. Oh, child, that
Yeah, ain't that? Don't it hit you? Yeah. Yeah,
really
need a moment to because that could be one of our cousins, one of our sisters, right?
I can't stand that. Okay. That just means we got to do our job as media, a lot more diligently to make sure that our voices are being heard, our missing family members are being seen, and getting the coverage that they deserve. So, okay, we just got to do our part. So the next one, let's uplift y'all right quick, okay? Wait. Let me get it right. La, 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 la. 'Tis season for the reason, yeah. Oh yes, he is, yeah. Y'all know that. Y'all know that's Kirk Franklin. Don't play with me. So 'tis the season. He's the reason for the season. And y'all check out the new film, the new movie of Kirk Franklin's A Gospel Christmas. It airs Saturday, December 4th. We're going to have Demetria McKinney on the wind-up next week, along with one of her fellow actors. But let's go ahead and see what this is talking about, y'all.
Leading a church is a huge responsibility.
The Christmas Jamboree is in 3 weeks. You fail the Jamboree, you fail the church.
You got this.
You ready?
No. Help me get ready for the Jamboree. The church needs a choir director. Please.
Demetria McKinney, Chaz Lamar Shepard, Kendra C. Johnson, Angela Burchett.
Come on, let's sing.
Kirk Franklin's A Gospel Christmas premieres Saturday, December 4th at 8. Part of It's a Wonderful Lifetime.
Now, do you recognize where the guy's from?
Where's he from?
He is from Set It Off. He is the brother from Set It Off. He was Jada Pinkett's. He was Smokey's little brother in Set It Off. He was the one who was killed. He was killed at the beginning. Yeah. Well, that's him. Shout out to him. He's been in some other stuff too, but I always remember him from Set It Off, the little brother.
Super cute couple on screen. We got a chance to talk to the director who made her directorial debut. Her name is Erica Sutherland, and she directed this film. This was her first one, and we got a chance to we had a great conversation, y'all. Like she reminded me of one of my sister friends. Like we sat down and we talked, we got emotional. She told me about the entire process of directing the film and how she almost didn't become a director. So y'all check that out. It's actually on the site. It aired last week on Star Studio, 8 p.m. Rolling Out Facebook. So go ahead and check that out. But we're talking to Demetria McKinney next week and one of her co-actors as well. So I can't wait to see that film. And I think I had the hook wrong. I think it's Jesus is the reason.
I was just rolling with you like.
Oh yes, he is. Don't play with me, y'all.
Okay.
That's one of Kirk. Listen, that's one of Kirk Franklin's songs. And one of the things she told me that she was just completely mind blown behind was the music for the film. She said they sent it to her and she had to write notes. And so in director talk, notes are, your comments, your thoughts, what you think needs to be changed, what you think is okay. And so she said she was in the middle of it, and it wasn't until she sent the email that she was like, y'all, I'm writing notes to Kirk Franklin. And she was like, I just had a moment like, I'm writing notes to Kirk Franklin. And she said, I sent it to his team and they were like, okay, we'll get right on this and we'll make those adjustments. And she was just like, I wrote notes with Kirk Franklin.
Right.
And so anyway, we had a really wonderful conversation. So if you guys haven't seen it already, go to the site. It's on the site as well. Last but not least, okay, so Thanksgiving is coming up, y'all. Y'all know Thanksgiving is coming up. And so what better film to watch around the Christmas tree, if y'all gonna put your Christmas tree up, but even after Christmas dinner, King Richard looks like an amazing film. It came out on Friday, November 19th.
The 19th, yeah.
Starring Kirk Franklin.
Thanksgiving dinner. You mean Thanksgiving dinner?
I thought I said Thanksgiving dinner. I said around the Christmas tree. I thought around the anyway. Yes, so this is going to be an amazing film. And last week I pronounced the actress's name wrong. It's Ingenue, right?
Yeah.
So
Ingenue Ellis.
She's doing a very phenomenal job in this film. She bodies all of her roles though. Like, can somebody for real, like team, get her paperwork together so she can be submitted for these awards, like for real.
Right. Is there like an Oscars consideration? Like, I know they do a Grammys consideration. Is there like an Oscar consideration?
I don't necessarily know, but I do know that you have to have your paperwork in order just to even be in the running. And a lot of people don't do that. And so that's why you need your talent agents, you need your Black advocates, you need your sponsors to just advocate for you while you're not in the room. And your team is responsible for making sure that that paperwork is submitted on time to make sure that you can even be in that category. So get her stuff together, because baby girl is what awesome is,
Yes,
that's not
she's
even
been out here for a while. She ain't new to this. She's true
ain't
to
new to
this.
it.
For sure.
Let's take a look.
What's going on? Everybody okay?
They got a call, said there was trouble in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You all need to look around.
It's a little wet for practice, don't you think? Don't the girls have schoolwork to do?
They do their homework. Tundi's first in her class. Lynn and Isha are too.
Now, I don't even mind you saying we hard on these kids. You know why? Because we are. That's our job, to keep them off these streets. You want to check on the kids? Let's check on the kids. We got future doctors and lawyers, plus a couple tennis stars in this house.
The chances of achieving the kind of success that you're talking about is just very, very unlikely.
Okay, you making a mistake, but I'm gonna let you make it. Watch him hit a few balls. All right. So tell me your names again.
I'm Venus. I'm Serena.
So what'd you think? I wrote me a 78-page plan for their whole career before they was even born.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
These girls so great, how come I've never heard of them? They're from Compton.
It's okay. They're just not used to seeing good-looking peoples like us.
She's nervous. Take a step up.
Maybe she ought to take a few more steps up. Just get someplace safe.
I think you might just have the next Michael Jordan.
Oh, no, brother man. I got me the next, too. This next step you about to take, you're not going to just be representing you. You're going to be representing every little Black girl on earth.
I'm not going to let you down.
How could you? This world ain't never had no respect for Richard Williams, but they going to respect y'all. You gonna walk out there with your head up. You are a champion, and the whole world knows it. The most dangerous creature on this whole earth. It's a woman who know how to think.
Yes, Daddy.
Ain't nothing she can't do. You gonna show them how dangerous you are? Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world. Venus Williams, who is your best friend?
You, Daddy.
Serena Williams, who is your best friend?
Venus.
Then you.
That's
Then you. After
unbelievable.
Venus.
Such a feel-good story.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
great.
go watch that with y'all family for Thanksgiving dinner. It's a perfect family movie after everybody real good and got the itis and
Right.
Want to sit on the couch and talk. Like, this is a really good family movie that we can just see. You know, it's just gonna be a really heartwarming story. So shout out to Will Smith, the Williams sisters, her father, Ingenue Ellis. Let me get that right. And everybody else associated with this film, y'all. We're not gonna hold y'all no longer. Let's go. We're back next week with Latrice. Latrice had to do some Mrs. Michigan events, and so we definitely missed her this week. And so she'll be back next week when we talk to Demetra McKinney and Kirk Franklin's A Gospel Christmas. And I'm gonna be singing next week again too. Don't play with me. Anyway, y'all, we signing out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Here's my water. I'm toasting to great episode BMF. Thank you, Randy Huggins, for staying and talking to us on the lineup. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye-bye.